Wild one so far here in Pittsburgh between Stanford and Pitt. Stanford making their ACC debut, and a memorable one at that. Both sides with an overtime victory and a win via a tech fall. So a lot of action going both ways so far in this one.
Yeah, it's really been a back and forth duel to this point. And the Panthers get that 6 to start with the forfeit. And that's really helped out. But yeah, 3 bonus point wins as we get into the second half of this matchup.
Yeah, that forfeit really the difference right now. Pitt a 14-8 advantage. Heading into 165. And this is where you start to think that Pitt might have the advantage going into these later weights. Maybe not 165 necessarily, but as you get further past that, Pitt's got some ranked wrestlers coming up as well. So,
yeah, the strength of the Panthers has been the back half of the lineup. Went from 74 to 285. 65 has been that one where they've really just, I mean, Keslar's been injured a couple of times this season. Kellen Laffey's been injured, so it's just a matter of getting healthy in this weight. Keslar being back hopefully will solidify the weight class. But he's got a tough one here today in Hunter Garvin.
Hunter Garvin, the redshirt sophomore from Iowa City. Last year was the 3rd freshman in school history to be named an NCAA All-American for Stanford. 9 of his 15 wins, 9 of his 25 wins coming against ranked opponents, had 15 wins by bonus points. So really impressive freshman campaign for him.
Gets the opening takedown on Keslar.
Garvin also with some international experience, won gold at the U23 Pan Ams for the United States and Colombia. It helped them to the team title as well. Keslar 5-5 on the season, won 13-11 over number 8 Sammy Sasso of Ohio State. Kind of his signature win so far in this campaign.
And now in a wild match as well, and Keslar, no stranger to those, is getting a tilt, and look at this. Garvin has Keslar in some trouble, and boy, oh boy. Stanford wanted to throw the challenge brick there. Looks like they're not going to.
Big points there for Garvin. Picks up 4 on the near fall.
4 and then another 2. They saw it as him having the fall there on that first tilt. Keslar trying to roll all the way through it, and right there, the Stanford bench has the best view of it. With those shoulders, were they down? The referee could not see it.
.110 to go in the first, and Keslar once again on the defensive.
Good job with his hips hopping over that time. Doesn't get the reversal, but just gets the escape.
Garvin, the runner-up at the Pac-12 championships last season as well, has won 5 of his last 6 matches. Also saw the podium at the Midlands a couple weeks ago.
Keslar trying to work up the body and turns in. Good job by Garvin, though. And a nice job by Keslar to get the switch back. And now he's got to have Garvin in some trouble.
5 seconds to go in the first, and Keslar trying to pick up some points near the end here.
Never got the control for the takedown. And that's what the Panthers coaches are talking about right now. Thought he would have control right there, and then you would have back points if they give the control. But instead, he grabbed that foot and gave some reaction time. So not only no takedown, no back points, and it's 9-1.
So a chance there for Keslar at the end of the first, but still staring down the barrel of an 8-point hole here heading into the second. Another escape point for Keslar. Right time 120 in favor of Garvin. Yeah, really big decision there to not grant Keslar the control there by the referees at the end of the first. That really could have flipped this match around a little bit, but still a 7-point hole.
Yeah, you're looking at a takedown, maybe getting at least a couple of back points. Now you're 9-7 at the very least, if not more. Guess there's still plenty of time to try to make up those points. Keslar shot in and out of bounds they go. Keslar looking to try to get to some of his offense.
Under a half minute to go here in the second. Keslar still trying to make up some ground.
There's a stalling call on Keslar for going out of bounds. I feel like Kessler's been the one controlling the action here of the last period. I'm gonna say Garvin, it feels like his foot's kind of been off the gas a little bit, so to speak. So interesting call there for the stall.
And we will head to the third. Keslar still in a 7-point hole. And once again, the story of the ACC, a lot of ranked wrestlers in this weight class as well. One of a few in the Atlantic Coast Conference that is going to be interesting come the ACC championships.
Yeah, 5 individuals ranked. Hunter Garvin, the highest among those, and Jared Keslar, if he can hang with Garvin, as he's showing here outside of that first period, he's got to feel pretty good about the, how he'd fare with the rest of the competition here in the ACC.
Keslar giving up another point there on the escape.
Keslar's going to have to get something right now. Garvin's at a major decision lead. Plus, he's got the ride time point as well. Keslar trying to step over. Has to lace that leg. And there is the takedown. And Keslar's going to give an escape.
Keslar giving up some of those big points early, but as you mentioned, being the aggressor in the last couple periods.
Yeah, and he was for most of the second, but he was the one hit with stalling. Figure that one out. And now Garvin diving down on a leg here.
Right time still 1:15 in favor of Garvin.
There's a stalemate. He goes right to that underhook to a leg. Keslar again goes to it, doesn't able to stick with it. Now a shot in, he wanted to try to pancake over. Bear hug here. And able to get the takedown is Garvin.
So Garvin extending that lead to 14-5 now on the takedown.
And with the ride time point as well. We'll have it all but secured here. So that's going to make it a 15-5. It's going to get a caution. So it doesn't bring him to the mat. Keslar gets the escape. Now with the ride time point, it'll be a major decision regardless. So big bonus point picked up here from Garvin, who is slow to get back to the circle. Shot it on the ankle.
Keslar looking for something at the end here, but it will finish in favor of Garvin. With that ride time point, it'll be 15-6. And once again, Stanford with a really impressive performance at 165, cuts that team deficit down to 14-12 now.
We talked a little bit about how Stanford felt they were starting off fast and not finishing strong, and vice versa for the Panthers. Well, that match was a perfect way to showcase that. I mean, Stanford came out early there with the lead, big lead early. Looked like, oh man, this one could be a tech or a fall, but